volcanic island off the west coast of Africa. Tenerife is best known for its black sand and rocky landscapes. But lurking in the shadow of the great Mount Teide lies a lush green paradise. A sanctuary for threatened species from around the world and the people that care for them.
Hola! I actually kind of love them.
Fuera, fuera.
Let's go! We are so proud.
Dedicated to the welfare.
It's a bit tense, things can go wrong.
And conservation.
With our knowledge, we can help save species.
Of all kinds of creatures. Everyone plays a precious part in life at the Animal Embassy.
It's never a boring day here, for sure.
This time on Animal Embassy, George comes face to foot with the king of the jungle.
He's a very dangerous animal.
Ester takes a deep breath.
We are very nervous because they are so fragile.
And Iñaki gives Hugo his morning bath.
Normally sleeping, when he has time, he's resting. Later, he's sleeping again.
For Loro Park's head vet, George Suarez, no 2 days are ever the same. One morning, he might be treating a sick parrot.
It's a traumatic injury, and this is the skull bone.
The next afternoon, he could be sterilizing an otter.
You have the scrotum here with very small testicles.
Or giving a limp penguin laser treatment.
Wow, nice enough and perfecto. It's incredible, a working day here. The variety is just mind-blowing, it's amazing.
Today, his first patient also happens to be one of his biggest.
There's a mouse over here, no?
So he's armed with a tranquilizer gun.
The entire procedure gonna depend how good that dart is put in. The site has to be perfect, the pressure has to be perfect, and I don't want to injure the animal in that process.
He's got 11-year-old male mountain gorilla Ubongo in his sights. Bang on target. George doesn't stand on ceremony.
He's obviously a very dangerous animal, so straight out and just monitor very safely how Ubongo goes down.
A task best performed from a distance. It's a tense wait for the anesthetic to take effect. But eventually, Ubongo succumbs. Now that he's completely asleep, George, Iñaki and the team need to get cracking.
I probably have about 40-50 minutes to work with the animal.
Ubongo is a member of Loro Park's all-male collection of mountain gorillas.
In the wild, mountain gorillas create these small battle groups. So we are mimicking this to allow the surplus of males to develop social behavior, and also you can keep a genetic pool. These animals can be sent to another institution to create a new reproductive group.
Now 11 years old and weighing in at nearly 200 kilograms, Ubongo has begun to challenge the group's alpha male Aladdin for dominance.
When juvenile males fight, you need to manage the group to avoid that very big problem.
Although it's a nasty cut, that isn't what concerns George the most.
Gorillas have a very complex society, and they had a little fight. We are just worried that something worse can happen.
Coral reefs provide some of our planet's most valuable ecosystems, supporting more than 4,000 species and protecting our coastlines.
They are the first step of everything in the sea. We should respect them.
But they are fast disappearing.
We lose more than 30% of the coral in the last 10 years. And I think that we have a lot of responsibility.
And Loro Park is taking that responsibility very seriously.
Coral reefs are fighting against extinction, so we have to produce new ones.
With the aim of growing enough sustainable live coral to populate all the park's pools and tanks, Ester and the team are starting their own coral farm.
We have different size, colors, types, everything, because we want to have the representation of the real coral reef.
The team wash the coral in a concentrated salt solution to remove any potential parasites.
If something is new, we have to be sure that everything is clean and we don't contaminate anything in our tank.
Once cleaned, the coral is introduced to its new home. When it opens to the public, Ester hopes it will stimulate visitors to learn more about coral.
Some people don't understand very well that they are animals, which make the photosynthesis. Corals are unique because they need sunlight to grow up, but they are animals. It's hard to understand, but yes, it's like that. I think that they are marvelous.
And working tirelessly over more than 8,000 years, these tiny creatures have created the Great Barrier Reef, the largest natural structure visible from space. At Loro Park, they hope in a small way to replicate that feat.
Maybe in the future, we don't know, but could be a possibility to produce real coral reefs.
One thing's for sure, it won't happen overnight.
Some of them grow up maybe 1 centimeter each 3 months.
So the sooner Ester starts, the better. Coming up, it's all hands on deck to help Ubongo.
Infection is something that we don't want.
And the leisurely art of sloth washing.
The way of life is very relaxed and slow.
Juvenile male gorilla Ubongo is being closely monitored under anaesthetic. As George treats the injury to his foot, classical music is playing gently in the background.
We use the music enrichment for the apes, okay, because they love classical music. The gorillas and the great apes are very close to us, no? So energy level very relaxed, no?
And just like in a human operating theatre, the team are all wearing surgical masks.
We are so close related that we can transmit the disease to the animal or the other way around because we are such close cousins.
Although Ubongo appears to have his on upside down.
Even under anesthesia, we have to put something to block light, so he's a bit more relaxed.
The cut in Ubongo's foot is deep and in an awkward position.
When he moves, the wound opens and closes and might create an impactation of dirt, then originate a huge infection. An animal so difficult to manage, to manipulate, that is obviously something that we don't want to end up having.
Applying an antibiotic ointment to the wound should also help.
As soon as he wakes up, he's probably going to lick it immediately, but at least some will stay and create a benefit, we hope.
While Ubongo is under, the team can't waste this rare opportunity to conduct a thorough general checkup.
Like humans, primates suffer from heart disease. We want to check the main organ just to make sure that everything is fine. And then create a reference for a future to compare all their examination and see if there is any abnormality.
Getting such a large patient into position for an X-ray and ultrasound takes a major team effort.
You need to be very focused and checking everything, the breathing, the heart rate. It's quite stressful, but they are professionals.
The vets and keepers toil to finish all the tests before he wakes up. Ubongo looks pretty chilled. On sunny days in Tenerife, most people head for one of the famous volcanic beaches. But at Loro Park, it's an opportunity for some to get their washing done. And today, it's Hugo's turn.
In the very hot days that we have here in Canary Islands, we wash the animals and we offer the opportunity to have a cool shower to refresh them. They approach and you can scratch the backs and refresh the animals, and they love it.
14-year-old Hugo is a two-toed sloth with a hard-earned reputation for doing, well, not a lot.
Normally sleeping, when he has time, he's resting. And later, he's sleeping again. And at the end, maybe he's resting.
The park's two sloths share their enclosures with rapid-fire troops of marmosets to keep them on their toes.
It's important because the public could see the interactions that take place in the nature, and also because for the animals it's a kind of social enrichment because they have a stimulus from other species that is different every day.
And just like in any big blended family, the sloths have to put up a fight at meal times.
When we feed the sloths, we do by hand because the marmosets are very clever and very fast, and they're going to steal all the food from the sloth.
With dinner over, there's only one thing left to do. Go for a well-deserved nap. Coming up, Ester's coral babies open to the public.
We are very nervous, but we are crossing fingers because right now everything is happy.
And Ubongo isn't out of the woods yet.
It's an area that can be contaminated very easily.
While the rest of his troop socialize outside, Ubongo is confined to barracks, nursing an injured foot. Iñaki arrives at the vet clinic to review the results of the young male's x-rays.
We have here, it's part of the thorax, but doesn't show any abnormalities here. That's the head, everything normal. And then we have the hips, which are absolutely perfect as well.
Everything is good with Ubongo?
Yeah.
Ubongo is perfect, nothing problematic or something that we need to be worried about. Everything is okay, we're very happy.
But that doesn't mean he'll get to go outside and play with his mates just yet.
I will feel more comfortable if he is inside, because that area, when it touch, expands and then does this, you see, and the dirt can be inside very easily.
Jorge has major concerns about infection.
It's an area that can be contaminated very easily. We have the opportunity to have him in a clean environment for a couple of days.
Over at the aquarium, Esther and the team have been working feverishly on the fledgling coral farm. Esther is putting the finishing touches to the display before it opens to the public.
We are very nervous because it's not exactly the same as opening a bookshop, but we are crossing fingers because right now everything is happy.
From little things, big things grow, and the team are already enjoying the fruits of their labor.
We put in different pieces and now they are open, all of the polyps are open. And maybe in 1 month or 2 months, you will see everything with polyps. And maybe in 6 months, you will see like a real garden.
But as in real gardens, creating the perfect growing conditions for one species will open up the door for others. In this case, uninvited algae.
We don't want to have the competition between algae and corals.
With strategically placed shrimps helping the cleanup, the coral will have more opportunity to thrive.
And this is the thing that we want to show because people don't understand that from one piece of coral, you can obtain more. This is very important when we are trying to make a new coral reef.
And Ester dearly hopes that visitors will warm to the living exhibition and embrace its message.
If you don't understand anything, you cannot protect anything.
However, the coral is responding well to Ester's care. And with just a day before the coral farm is officially open to the public, she and the team just need to keep calm and carry on. Coming up, Ester puts budding aquarists to the test.
No eran plantas, eran corales. Muy bien.
And Ubongo tastes freedom.
I'm very happy with the wounds.
It's been a week since the coral farm opened to the public, and people are flocking to the exhibition.
It's very nice to see people understanding what's happened with the corals. We have videos to explain the life cycle of the corals, and as well we have information in our walls.
Today, Ester is firing questions at an eager group of school children.
No eran plantas, eran corales. Muy bien. ¿Y cómo tú produces oxígeno en el mundo? ¿A través de qué? De las plantas y de los árboles. Pues la otra fuente de oxígeno de lo que respiramos son los corales.
She's delighted with the progress of her underwater protégés.
All of the polyps are trying to eat all of the zoo and phytoplankton. You can see how the tentacles are touching and moving around them.
The fragments she and the team have so carefully tended are beginning to flourish.
Everybody is more or less growing up very slowly, but we are happy.
A few days after receiving treatment on an injured foot, Ubongo has been released into his enclosure.
I'm very happy with the wound. It's healed very well.
He'd begun to challenge the group's alpha male, Aladdin, for dominance. In the process, Ubongo received a nasty cut, which needed careful attention.
They had a little fight. We are just worried that something worse can happen.
The 11-year-old has recovered well and is savouring the fruits of freedom. But it may not be long before he's off on a new adventure.
What we are going to do probably is to send the bongo to another institution to give the opportunity, to form their own reproductive group.
He could follow in the footsteps of former fellow bachelor Leon.
Leon left the park in 2013 because of the tension between him and Aladdin. We decided to send Leon to Brazil to start his own breeding group and to avoid problems in the future.
Since then, Leon has fathered 3 babies. Sawadi, Jahari, and Ao are the first gorillas to be born in South America. And like all new dads, he has his hands full.
It's wonderful to see Leon with his own family. He seems to be a really good father.
Which is extremely important, because despite being the most numerous and widespread of all gorillas, the western lowland is still listed as critically endangered. Zoological collaborations like these are crucial in preserving the genetic diversity of one of our closest relatives.
You need to have a healthy population. For the future, it's a solution for the conservation of the gorillas.
Next time on Animal Embassy, the endangered bird that started a fashion trend.
We save this species from extinction.
Santiago fights the anesthetic,
Espero que se está despertando.
and Posse needs emergency surgery.
If she continues with these teeth, she will eventually die.